So in my last Yandere Dev video, I promised two videos. One video talking about how I would fix the game's theme, and another video talking about how I'd fix the game's, like, mechanics, and how Yandere Dev could, you know, function and work and actually finish the fucking game. Now, I was working on a script for about 3 days, and I know that's not super long, but for my ADD ass, that's a long ass time to work on a script, and I just couldn't get it to function. No matter what I did, if I did it this way or that way, I just couldn't get it to function. So I decided to go in a different direction, and instead of telling Yandere Dev what he should do with his game, I should really tell him what the fuck not to do. So like I said in my other video, this video is probably going to be a lot shorter than my other video, which is also good, because that video took 3 days to fucking edit, and I was in pain by the end of it. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so the first thing that I find very irritating that Yandere Dev has done is, well, first of all, be a pedo, second of all, be a weirdo, but he hates his own community, right? So when people were starting to speedrun the game, instead of helping the speedrun community, maybe give them rewards for beating the game extremely quickly, no, he patched out all of the little glitches that they use to beat the game extremely fast, which I think is just bullshit. You can patch out glitches, but specifically because you don't want your game beaten fast is idiotic, and all you're doing is you're pushing away a part of your audience. I love speedrunning. I'm not very good at it, but I love speedrunning. And if this game was good in any way, then I would actually enjoy speedrunning this game. This game seems very interesting to speedrun. And the speedrun that I saw, I think it was from... who was it from? I forgot. Someone I used to watch, I'm pretty sure, who was kind of related to Dorko. FNAF and all that. So, yeah, I was trying to watch that. My voice. I got coronavirus. So, basically, what I was trying to say is pushing away your speedrunning audience is an idiotic thing to do, and all you're doing is making a worse name for yourself. So, Yandere Dev, if you're somehow watching this, first thing you do, stop fucking up people's speedruns. It's an accomplishment. It's supposed to be done fast. It's supposed to require skill, and maybe it doesn't require skill, but that's fine. It's still a speedrun. 99% of your audience is not going to beat the game that fast, so there's no fucking need to worry, okay? You just gotta let people be people, let people beat, kill, and do whatever they want, I guess. I don't know. That sounds a bit weird. Now, this is a very serious bit of the video, which is rivals. Now, rivals, they've been, like, the main core mechanic of the game for 6 years, but not a single one has been implemented. I just think that is the most lazy, stupid thing I have ever heard, right? You have to introduce your core mechanics fucking first. You should have had a baseline for all of the rivals before you even said anything to anyone about Yandere Simulator. You should have had at least 1 or 2 rivals in the game before you even showed off betas for the fucking game. You need the core mechanics. Killing isn't even as important as the fucking rivals, okay? It's the whole point of the game. If you don't want it to be a sandbox, then stop making it a sandbox. Stop adding stupid modes that have no actual reason. Stop making modes that is just an extra step to a game over. Stop taking time out of developing Osana to develop something that is absolutely fucking useless. Holy shit, Yandere Dev. What the fuck is going on in your mind? I understand working on new things is more fun and it keeps your mind going, but there's a difference between working on other things as a secondary project to keep your mind going and completely abandoning Osana. I can't remember, I think, was it like 6 months ago, you stated that Osana was nearing completion. Bitch, 6 months isn't nearing completion. If it was a month or 2 or 3, people would understand. But 6 months? That's half a fucking year. Like, holy shit, Yandere Dev. What the fuck is going on with your little brain? Stop adding shit that doesn't matter. Stop adding gods. Stop adding Easter eggs. Work on Osana and Osana alone. And like, here's my fucking prediction, okay? Here's my prediction. What's gonna happen is he's gonna finish Osana in like a year, and then he's just gonna not work on the second rival. He's just gonna start working on a new mode, or a new character, or a new game mode. He's just gonna completely ignore it. Listen, Yandere Dev. Game development is hard, right? And you've already made it harder for yourself with your shit-ass code, right? His code is garbage. That's one of my recommendations. Get someone to fix your fucking code. And you saying, oh, but it's not my code, so I don't want it. He's not doing it my way. Bitch, your way fucking sucks. I don't give a shit about your way. I want your way to go into the garbage, okay? I can't code at all. You give me a coding program and no tutorials, I will never make a game. After 100 years of trying, I will never make a game. But that doesn't mean that someone who does know how to code is good at coding, right? You've been given opportunities after opportunities of people wanting to help you, and yet you don't let them help you. Now, I personally understand the feeling. I'm not just saying this out of being an asshole. If you're listening to this, or if anyone's listening to this, I absolutely understand that feeling. I am working on a show, an animated show, that is taken 4 months to get out, but basically Yandere Simulator. But guess what, you know, I would be pretty upset if someone started doing the art for me, right? And I understand where you're coming from, alright? I understand that you don't want the code to be someone else's code. You want it to be your code, and I understand that. But it's to an extent. If you are so slow at doing something, it'll be better for the betterment of your people, your fans, to do it. There are people giving you money, and this is the bit of the video where it's just conspiracy theory, but I have a theory. Yandere Dev will never complete the game because he's getting paid. He's getting paid by Patreon. And so he isn't going to finish the game, because when he finishes the game, he's either going to work on a new project, or he's just going to not have to finish the game. And he'll still get paid. He'll get paid just as much as he was before. And, oh my god. I think this is a very severe thing. But you should, to prove to everyone, and having everyone stop criticizing you, it won't, but it will help, you turn off your Patreon. You get a job, and you finish Osana. You have a job, and you finish Osana without Patreon, and you keep working on it. You don't have any Patreon until you finish Osana. That, I think, you will never do it. Yandere Dev will never do that because he loves money, and he loves sexualizing young women, which is pretty bad, but still, you know, fucking to each their own. Everyone's an asshole in this world. So, I just think, personally, I think the only way to get a majority of people to stop saying you're an absolute Egypt, asshole, incel, is to cut off all Patreon. You don't have any Patreon. You completely shut off. You don't make any more updates. You work on Osana. You work on the second rival. You work on the third rival. And come out with a bunch of rivals at once. And people will go, holy shit, he's working on the game. Fix your code. First of all, get someone to fix your code. It's not an option anymore. It's not an optional thing to have your code fixed. It's a necessary thing for the game to even function. It is 100% necessary that you get your code fixed. It is also 100% necessary that you get all of your models remodeled instantly. You need new models, because this shit is Unity asset. Redesign the school, make it fucking original for once in your life. Make new songs, new music. It is 100% necessary for new sounds, music, and interesting things. It is 100% necessary to take it out of a beta phase after 6 years. It is 100% necessary to stop being a little bitch and do it. Okay? That is 100% necessary. There is no universe where that is not the necessary requirement for you to finish the game. If you finish the game with broken code, if you finish the game with broken sounds, if you finish the game with Unity asset models, no one's gonna buy your fucking game that isn't already interested in it. And here's the thing, if you like Yandere Simulator, that's cool. I don't care. I honestly just feel bad for you, because this game is never coming out, and when it is, it's going to be so little, it's not going to be any better than it is now. This is about as good as Yandere Simulator is going to get, unless he does literally everything I just said, redesign the models, do new music, fix the code. The game will not be playable. The game will not be famous, it will be unplayable, it will be forgotten about in a week. It will be in like 3 game articles that it's released, and then in a week, it'll be fucking gone, and no one will give a shit about it. Okay? I know this video was very rantful, and I didn't even have a script, so I might have repeated myself a lot. I most probably did. Sorry about that, guys. But this video is actually kind of long. Jesus, God, it's such a stupid game, you know? Like, he promised he's getting paid. If he wasn't getting paid, I wouldn't give a shit, right? If he wasn't getting paid, I wouldn't give 2 shits. If he didn't have a Patreon, I wouldn't give 2 shits. Because, you know, he's working on it, he's got his job. That makes fucking sense, alright? You having a job, you having this, you having that, that would make sense, okay? That would just make sense. Alright? But, since he's full-time working on this, it's fucking idiotic. It's so idiotic, and it's so stupid, and he's just a horrible person in general. And honestly, he's not going to fix any of these problems, and if he does, it won't be him, it'll be someone else who he just won't give credit to, like he's done before. If you've made it this far into the video, like and subscribe. If you don't, Yandere Simulator will come out, and it will hunt you down, and it will show how bad it is, and you'll get 10 frames a second on it. That's my threat. There's a poll in the top right for my next video. I'm thinking of making a FNAF game, similar to kind of my old Yandere Simulator video style, like just kind of creating a concept around it. I also think I'm making a Steven Universe future thing, or maybe like in a nutshell. I don't know. I'm very confused on what kind of videos I should make. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video, and to the next life. Bye bye, anomalies.